Hola, Vignettes. So I am going to try to make empanadas out of plantains. Now they look like bananas, but they're not. You've got your green ones, which are very hard. They're not sweet. These are basically to make chips. You can make chips out of these. I'll show you that some other time. But today we're going to go with the ripe ones. These ones are very sweet. If you start seeing the black, this is actually better. And if you find some that are even more black, it's more sweet, more soft. So anyways, to prep these, you cut off each end and then in thirds. Or in half if they're small. And what we want to do is we want to boil these for 15 minutes. That'll make them very, very soft so that we can mash them up like potatoes. And the skins will peel off a lot easier. All right, and I also made some taco seasoning. So we will come back when these are ready and I'll continue. It took about 15-20 minutes. You can see that they're all, and they even cooled up a bit. I've seen people grab all of these and start peeling while they're hot. But the reason why you boil them is this does not peel like a real banana. If you try to peel it, it will just be like stringy and it will rip this apart and all that other stuff. It won't work. So once you boil it though, it just peels off nice and easy.
Look at that.
Just nice and easy. All right, so we'll just go ahead and do this real fast. All right, and then we'll just mash them up like mashed potatoes, right? And of course, I wish I had a food processor. This would make this so much easier, but with us traveling, we don't want to add so much weight to it that we can't get to it. Okay, obviously this one is junk. This one is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna have to go see if I can find me one of these. All right, so I finished it off with a fork to try to get a little bit more of the chunks out of it. We're gonna go with, this is our starch from yucca plants. This will make it so that it's no gluten in it. And then we only need just a little bit of sugar just to bring out the flavors to make it a little bit sweeter.
And then the vanilla, right?
We're also going to have the vanilla extract, just a little bit. You don't have to do this. This is just something that I saw online, so this is what I'm trying. We're going to see how this works. So, because we're making a dough, this is not enough. This is too sticky, and that's why we have and you only need just a little bit, because as you know, starch is just a thickener. The sugar, like I said, this is all up to you. This is supposed to be very sweet. As a matter of fact, it is sweet. So you don't really need this. I'm just doing it because I want it to be sweeter for my wife, because
I'm picky.
We all know she's picky. So just a little, just to make it come out. And again, just a little bit of the vanilla extract. Okay, so I kept adding more starch to it, probably about tablespoon and a half, maybe 2, because we really want this to be really doughy. All right, so I don't know how well this is going to be. This is my very first time. You are seeing this. This is not cut. I tried to get my wife to do, hey, let me do a couple of these first. She's like, no, you're going to do it right now. Okay, so then
the fun thing.
This is if you don't know what this is a press to make tortillas, a tortilla press. You definitely want to use some wax paper, because this would make a mess if you didn't. And I'm just going to, like I said, you're seeing it first with me, so. All right. Now, I'm not sure. We're going to go with a really small ball.
And see how it presses out.
Just see if it presses the whole way. That's probably way too much actually, but we're gonna find out, won't we? And then we want a top piece. Put this down. Yeah, see? Okay, so I cut it down a little bit more so it's a little bit more workable. Alright, then you set this down here, and then you use this thing and you press it straight down. You can see it coming out. So obviously that was a lot more than I needed. But now we have a nice, see, there you go. Now I know that we still need more starch because it's not doughy enough. Okay. Now I'm sure anybody that does this for their family is probably going to laugh at me. I couldn't figure for the life of me how to do it without it getting stuck. I have put enough starch in this that it doesn't stick anymore, which is great. But the minute you start pressing it on there, it goes to shit. Now, I did get one. To work. And the way I did it is putting oil on the paper. So if that's the way it's going to have to be for me, fine. Maybe one of you guys can tell me what I'm doing wrong. All right, so anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and, because I don't have a brush, I'm just going to brush on some oil. And then we're going to set that baby in there. Another trick that I learned is don't push down so hard. You don't need them so thin. And then they peel nice and easy. Okay, so we made 4. Obviously, if I wanted to get a whole family fed, I'd need a lot more than 2 plantains. These are nice size, I think. Now, from what I understand, you don't have to use that press. If you were going to make these for tacos and then fry these in a frying pan, they'd be perfect for the tortillas for your tacos. But we could have just rolled it out. I think I still would have had the problem with the stickiness no matter how I did it. Now, the way we're supposed to do this is we're supposed to put your meat and cheese and whatever else filling you want in there and then just fold these over and press the edges. However, we bought some gimmick things, so we're going to try those out too. Be back in a second. Okay, so these are the gimmick things. It came in 5 different sizes. Wouldn't this one would be cute? This would be like kind of like a little pizza pocket. But that would be so cute if you just did a bunch of those and put them with French fries or something, which I will be doing French fries with those green plantains too, because from what I understand they come out really good. There's going to be a lot of things going on with these plantains because there's supposed to be a lot of things that people do with them down here. All right, so we're going to try one with this thing, and then we're going to try one just by hand like everybody else in Latin America uses. I don't think they're probably laughing right now. What are you using? This is crazy. But okay, so this is the stuff we made. This is just hamburger and taco sauce, taco seasoning, I mean, steamed broccoli, shredded cheese, and a tablespoon or 2 of melted cream cheese. So here we go. I'm not going to take these off the wrapper, so we don't have to worry about them sticking to these. And we're just going to grab a bunch. Let's see what happens. And supposedly, this thing just makes it, you just push in as you're doing it. Try to get that to be completely around. And then once you press it, it should yeah, see, I don't really like that, Trace.
I don't like the way it came out either, so okay, let's try it by hand.
All right. We'll definitely use it because you could just go ahead and cut this stuff out of there. And that way we have one all ready to go. But just for something to do, let's try another one by hand. Let's start it this way. Looks like it's longer that way. And they say cup it so that you can fold it, pushing it in, bringing it around, and then close off the edges. Yeah, see, that looks a lot better. And then what you're supposed to do, if you want to make it look good, is just make sure that it's completely sealed so that the cheese doesn't run out on you when you're frying it out. Yeah, see, that looks so much better. These gimmick things are not what we want. And if we were making more,
you were right, by the way. So you can see this breaking apart here.
Yep. Yeah, I like this better.
Yeah.
This makes it a lot better. I wish we had more because I mean, I probably have enough to do. Probably.
We have tons that's going to be left over.
Yeah, we have a whole pot of this mess.
And he cooked the entire thing of broccoli.
Right. Okay, so because this isn't my house, I have to go with what they have. This one is a little scratched up. The panel's a little scratched up. Hopefully it won't stick. Try to find something that you can use that doesn't stick. Wait till your oil is hot. Let's put this one in first. You want to deep fry them, at least the half of them. And then once you then turn it over and keep turning them. It should only take a couple minutes on each side, and then just do it until you get it the way you want for crispy. So here we are. As you can see, they're nice and crispy, nice and brown and crispy. It did only take about 2 or 3 minutes on each side. Let's cut this in half here and see if see what the cheese looks like.
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
Is it good?
That's really sweet.
Right. So there's all the nice melted cheese and whatnot. Looks like I could have probably put more in because I didn't know this, but these will swell. So I could have absolutely put more meat in that, but that's all right. Let's see how it tastes. You like it, huh?
Yeah, they're really sweet.
Oh,
That's really good.
no wonder these guys like this stuff. Man, that is good. And very high in protein. Very, very good stuff. Not sure if this is 100% gluten-free because of the cheese. If you are worried about that, just make sure that whatever cheese you get is gluten-free. I just don't know because I can't read Spanish yet.
And it doesn't bother him, but I need gluten light. I'm not completely allergic to gluten, but I do have a fairly high sensitivity. Sometimes I have trouble with cheese too, but I got cheese that I knew I'd be okay with. This is really good.
So thanks for watching. We'll let you know when we're going to do some more with these plantains because these are, like I said, they can do tons of stuff with them. Bye.